Hi, this is Danny Moe for JamPlay.com. We're going to talk about sharps and flats and natural signs. It all comes under the heading of accidentals. When you play in a particular key and you have, say, the key of E, for instance, it's a sharp key. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Okay? But if we played in a flat key, like the key of G flat, that F sharp that we had from the key of E now is called G flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F natural, G flat. Okay? So the idea is that this pitch can be called a G flat or an F sharp. So look at the page, look at the supplemental content as we read through this chromatic exercise. And as we ascend, we'll use sharps. As we descend, we'll use flats. And of course, we got to do it to a drum loop. Half notes. So as you look at the music, it's like grammar of any language. There's a particular proper way to write a note. If we were in the key of E, and I have a line like this, we would not write E to G flat. We'd write E to F sharp. Similarly, in the key of B, let's take that. B has 5 sharps. Watch. And again, the key signature comes from the formula of the major scale, which is, there's B, number 1. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So to accommodate that pattern, and you could certainly see it just ascending up one string. Here's our root. That's number 1. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. B, C sharp. See, we need, as we ascend in the key of B, we already have a B note. We need something of the C variety. So we call it C sharp. We don't go B, D flat. And in a nutshell, that's what you have to define an accidental. Okay? As we play in the key of B, and you have a line that goes like this. We might have B, C sharp. Now we need a C natural. And then you come home to B. And when we use a key signature, we don't even need, you'll see in the supplemental material, we use 5 sharps written right by the F clef there on the left-hand side of the staff, and that indicates that we are in the key of B major, the 5 sharps. So we go B, C sharp, and now we have to make that C into a natural sign. That defines that note, and then we come home. All right, so that's a little bit in dealing with accidentals, because not everything you play is going to be diatonic to one key. The word diatonic means of the key. Okay, in the key of B, if every note was this, we wouldn't need any sharps or flats outside of using that key signature on the left there. Okay, but the second we go this note, we need to make a natural sign next to that to denote it as C natural. Let's talk about what you're looking at on the staff. Just to follow up this concept of how to read these accidentals. A natural sign in a sharp key is going to be held for the duration of the bar. The bar are those vertical lines dividing the staff. And just keep that in mind. You have generally, say if you have an 8-bar section, to make the reading user-friendly, you might have it divided up in a binary fashion. So you'll have, say, 4 bars on a line. You know, binary means divisible by 2. So 2, 4, 4 bars on a line, 4 bars on the next line, and it's easier to read than if you had, say, 3 bars and 5 bars on either line. The whole concept of learning how to read standard music notation is that there's an understanding universally around the world of how to notate music. And if you could become fluent at this, again, the opportunities out there for you as a working bass player just go way, way up. Let's try one more exercise using a drum loop, which will help your counting, and I'm going to bring a little bit of syncopation into this one. Syncopation, again, is playing a note on a weak beat. You have a strong beat, which is typically the down beat, and then you have an upbeat, which is the weak beat. So we'll get our drum loop started. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're just dealing with the first 4 notes in the first position on the E string, but as you read those notes, locking into the groove of the written music, there we have a quarter rest and quarter notes. And sometimes you're playing on beat 1, sometimes you're resting on beat 1. So try playing along with that one and digesting as you practice it. I say digesting, meaning read through it just with your eyes and your ear and your concept. Try to understand where you're playing a downbeat, where you're playing an upbeat, where you're playing F natural, F sharp, or G flat, F natural, E. Now you're using some of these accidentals. We're working them into the groove with the drum machine. And again, to read something every day will familiarize yourself with this written language, and that's really the only way to get good at it. So have fun with that one.